Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Alleged cow thief nabbed in St. Elizabeth. One man is in custody following the recovery of a cow on the Vauxhall Main Road in Magatti, St. Elizabeth on Thursday, August 24. Reports from the Magatti police are that about 12:30 a.m., a team of officers acting on intelligence intercepted one Mazda Premacy motor car in the area. The vehicle and the occupants were searched and the cow found. The driver of the vehicle was unable to account for the animal, was subsequently arrested. Acting Superintendent of Police Coleridge Minter in a statement highlighted that predatory larceny has been a challenge in this parish, hence the police will be strengthening our partnership with the farming communities to apprehend all perpetrators and bring predatory larceny under control in St. Elizabeth Division. Superintendent Minter stated that we will not rest until our farming stakeholders have received the justice they deserve in this parish. He is appealing to anyone who lost cattle to visit the Magatti Police Station or the Black River Police Station to identify their animal using a valid form of identification. St. Thomas man accused of attempting to kill girlfriend charged. St. Thomas resident 20-year-old Maria Lewis has been charged for the stabbing of his girlfriend during an argument about infidelity. Lewis, otherwise called Gizmo, of Winchester District in Golden Grove, was charged on Wednesday with wounding with intent. A date is to be set for him to appear in court. The Golden Grove police report that at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, July 18, Lewis and his girlfriend were at home when an argument developed between them about infidelity. The police say a struggle ensued and Lewis allegedly used a knife to inflict a stab wound to the woman's neck. She was taken to hospital where she was admitted in stable condition. The police say Lewis was apprehended on Saturday, August 19 in Winchester District, St. Thomas, and was later charged on Wednesday, August 23. JDF on search mission for missing Clarendon fishermen. The Jamaica Defense Force JDF is reporting that it is currently engaged in a search and rescue operation to locate missing Clarendon fishermen Denroy Marcon and Hilroy Reed. The men have been missing since Wednesday, August 16. It is reported that Marcon and Reed left Rocky Point in Clarendon on Monday, August 14 to go crab hunting in Manatee Bay. When they did not return by the stipulated time on Wednesday, August 16, a family member alerted the Lionel Town police and a search ensued. The JDF says over the past several days, it has been deploying aircraft and patrol vehicles for its air wing and the Coast Guard in an extensive search for the missing fishermen and their vessel. To date, nothing has been found. The JDF is urging fisher folks and residents traversing the seas, cays, and points offshore Jamaica to be on the lookout for the missing men and their vessel and provide any information they might have to its tip line at 876-837-8888 or the police emergency number 119. 19-year-old charged for alleged rape of 14-year-old Westmoreland girl. A 19-year-old Westmoreland man was on Wednesday charged for the alleged rape of a 14-year-old girl at knife point. Richard McIntosh was charged with rape, assault at common law, grievous sexual assault and unlawful detention with intent to have sexual intercourse. The police say the alleged attack happened on the afternoon of Saturday, July 15. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that about 3 p.m., the young girl was pulled into a yard by McIntosh and a knife was held at her throat while he allegedly sexually assaulted her. A report was made to the police. On Sunday, July 16, McIntosh was arrested during a police operation. On Wednesday, August 23rd, he was pointed out on a video identification parade and was later charged. His court date is being finalized. Minister Charles Jr. assists fire victims in Clarendon. The Minister of Labour and Social Security, Colonel Charles Jr. on Tuesday provided assistance to a family in the community of Dampé, Clarendon, following the loss of their home and belongings to a fire on Saturday, August 19. Minister Charles Jr. and a team of social workers from the ministry's Maple office delivered groceries, mattresses, blankets and gas stove, and cleaning supplies as part of the ministry's emergency response. Lola Edwards, head of the household, stated her appreciation for the items and expressed the hope that the next time the minister visits, it will be under better circumstances. In his remarks, Minister Charles Jr. said, "I wish there was something that could be put in place to minimize the number of fires as Clarendon is one of the parishes with the most fires annually. However, I give my commitment that I will do my best to provide every possible means of assistance to your family, both in the capacity as Labour Minister and Social Services Minister and Member of Parliament. The Ministry's team has invited the family to visit the parish office for further assistance as soon as they are in receipt of the official report from the Jamaica Fire Brigade. PM hits back at criticisms of his celebration of reduction in Jamaica's unemployment rate. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has hit back at criticism of his celebration of the reduction in Jamaica's unemployment rate, which is at all times low at 4.5%. Despite the decline, some members of the public expressed concern, noting that Jamaica's poverty rate have increased. The poverty rate rose to 16.7% in 2021, representing a 5.7 percentage point increase relative to 2019. Addressing members of the diaspora in New York in the United States recently, Mr. Holness said it is essential to acknowledge the country's progress. He added that the Jamaican economy is starting to show signs that it can begin to provide economic freedom. Mr. Holness also maintained that the most effective economic strategy is to get people employed.
There is a sense that why are we celebrating 4.5%? And there's still a lot of people out there who are looking for jobs and can't find jobs. There's still a lot of unemployed people. There's still a lot of underemployed people in Jamaica. Still a lot of poverty. In fact, the report is that after the pandemic, poverty rates increased. But I want you to stop for a minute and reflect on coming from 1865, 1938 to today. This is the first time we are reporting this very low unemployment figures. Remember, 10 years ago, our unemployment rate was something like 13, almost 15, between 13 and 15%. And for the last 5 years, we're seeing numbers coming down as low as 7, then 6, and now we're at 4.5. The unemployment rate in the United States, the last figures I saw, it was about 3.5%. UK is about 4.9%. In Canada, it is about 5%. And in Trinidad and Tobago, maybe about 4.6 or 4.7%. All of these economies are technically in what is called full employment. If you wanted to address poverty in any country as a government, how would you direct your resources? Would you give most of it to welfare and a social safety net? Some of that is going to be necessary because there are some persons who will genuinely never be able to work. But your most effective economic strategy is to get people employed. Because when you have a job, you have income. When you have income, you have choice. And that's what freedom is about.
Education Ministry seeking stakeholders' feedback on draft school policies. The Ministry of Education and Youth will draft policies on dress and grooming, nutrition and devotions for students, which will be available to sector stakeholders for feedback. Addressing delegates attending the Jamaica Teachers Association JTA 59th Annual Conference at Royalton Negril Resort and Spa in Hanover on Wednesday, Portfolio Minister Favor Williams said the draft policy on dress and grooming will be published before the start of the 2023-2024 academic year. We want you to read it. We want you to look at it in your context. We want you to understand the framework within which the dress and grooming policy will operate. We want you to try it out in your schools and give us your feedback, she stated. The National School Nutrition Policy and Standards was produced by the Government of Jamaica through the Ministry of Education and Youth in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. It was approved by the Cabinet in May 2022. It aims to guide the process for provision of good nutrition coupled with wellness, especially for the society's most vulnerable students. The policy will seek to ensure that children entering educational facilities are exposed to good nutrition and healthy lifestyles. Even though we've gone through the rounds of consultations with different stakeholder groups before we finalized, we want to hear from you as to what will work and what can be implemented. We want your input into this, Williams stated. Regarding devotions in school, the minister advised that the guidelines are designed for upholding civility and teaching the core universal values that are milestones in the character building of the nation. Therefore, the aim of these guidelines is to create an environment wherein devotions contribute effectively to the holistic development of each student. There are going to be some don'ts in the guidelines. There are going to be some things that will not be permitted, she emphasized. Williams noted that an email address will be circulated to facilitate the submission of comments on the various policies. Please remember to subscribe, like, share,